just a little bit, and we're live. Hello, everyone, and shout out to each and every one of you. And thank you so much for tuning into your girl Siren on the Siren Speak show. Y'all like my little cowgirl look? Giddy up, 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 giddy up. Y'all, I'm feeling myself, I'm feeling myself, y'all. I'm having a really good old time, okay? So howdy, folk. How are you? Each and every one of you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about some things that we need to do to prepare for the fall. Energies, protecting, shielding, uplifting, growing your energy, all right? We're going to look into some gemstones that we need to rock with for the fall energies, you guys. We're going to talk about a little bit of Feng Shui, you guys, for the fall as far as your home is concerned. And we're also going to talk about what it is that spirit just wants you to know. So we're going to get a message, okay? And we're going to look into what it is that spirit wants you to know. So shout out to each and every one of you as you tune up into the building. And thank you so much to everyone who come in and give your girl a big old fat thumbs up. y'all ain't never seen me like this, honey. Oh, how to do? Yes, how to do? Okay. I said, I think I'm late to the Cowboy Carter party. I don't think of it as Cowboy Carter, more like Woody. For those of you who watch my vlogs, eventually you will see where I did go to Texas. So I did buy some Texas gear, okay? I wanted to do as the Texans do, and y'all, you're going to have to watch the vlog for that, okay? You're going to have to watch the vlog for how that turned out. Oh, Lord, Texas. Honey. Let's just say Houston, because that's where I went. Houston, okay? That's where I went. So, yes, you guys, we're going to be talking about, let's get into these gemstones, okay, for the fall, because a lot of us, y'all, listen, y'all know I come on here and I give y'all as much of the tea as I possibly can, right? As much as, they will allow y'all to get from old Siren. Right? I'm always on here. I'm always up to it. I'm always doing what it is that I have to do. And y'all, please excuse me, because I was supposed to be on here at 7:15 or at 7 o'clock. But for whatever reason, I think I had it listed for 5 o'clock. Okay. So all this time, I'm thinking it was 7 o'clock. So I went on to change it from 7 to 7:15. And I'm like, wait, what? 5? Child, Mercury retrograde is over, but your girl is still in it, honey. I guess I'm still in the after. Okay. So we're in the, not the pre-shadow, we're in the post-shadow, okay? So Mercury will be out of its retrograde by, I think, the end of this month, right? The middle of this month, I believe, right? Middle, end, I don't know, one of the two. See what I'm saying? So, yes, let's go ahead and get into it. Hey to everybody who's tuned in. Janice, I don't know if Janice is still in the building, honey, but shout out to you. Hey, Stacy. Hey, y'all. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into. Hey, y'all. So why do you want to work with certain gemstones? A lot of people, you guys, a lot of people look at gemstones as if they are something evil, wicked, and demonic. Like, oh my God, you shouldn't be working with gemstones. You shouldn't be using gemstones. Back in the day, okay, back in like ancient Kemet, you guys, they didn't have like electricity the way we have right now. They used gemstones as, energy, to surge up things and get things going. They worked with a lot of, copper and things of that nature. They worked with a lot of turquoise. They worked with a lot of cobalt. Okay. They worked with a lot of sapphire. They work with these things. So it's like kind of prior to ancient Kemet, you guys, and up to ancient Kemet. This is what they use as energy. Okay. So yeah, I don't understand why a lot of people are so afraid of working with gemstones. I myself am an earth angel, so I love me some gemstones. I love working with the gemstones as I love working with people. Okay. So yeah, whenever, you hear somebody saying, oh, well, you shouldn't be working with those, read your precious Bible. Just tell them, read your precious Bible. Okay. And look at what Aaron's breastplate was made out of. Look at what they all had. All of the kings and the good lords that you read about in the Bible, all had on gemstones. They all work with different stones, you guys, to bring about certain elements, because gemstones really enhance, okay? It doesn't bring about the foundation, because you are the foundation of who you are, but gemstones really do enhance your energy to really, bring out certain characteristics within you that maybe you're a little too shy, or because we're in a dimension that tends to distort our natural energy, gemstones can be utilized to kind of revitalize energy that has been distorted, okay, or has been just turned off. So this is why I personally think is, important for us to work with gemstones. And when people say, oh, I don't work with gemstones, bitch, are them diamonds in your ear? Is that a diamond ring? Do you not know a diamond is a gemstone? Yes, it is. So take it off your finger, okay? Take it off your hands. Take those beautiful little pearls out of your ears. No, don't clutch them. No. Let them go. Let them go, okay? Take that diamond off, because that is a gemstone, right? All the jewelry you rocking with all them stones in it, honey, those are gemstones. So you can't pick and choose which ones are evil, wicked, and demonic, right? You can't say, oh, I don't work with them, but you rock it all the time, loyally and faithfully, right? When you wear that turquoise jewelry, such as right? It's a gemstone. So anywho, whether it is a real gemstone or a fake gemstone, you guys, it is what it is, a gemstone. All right. So let's look and let's talk about some of the gemstones, you guys, that we can work with as we move into fall energy. So y'all know we're going to be moving into fall in a couple of weeks, you guys, at the end of this month, as we move into that Virgo energy. OK, Leo is leading us into the fall. Right. We've gone through the fire of Leo. And some of the gemstones that this is just my little, okay, my little list, right? So I'm going to show y'all a picture on my phone, because I was going to bring gemstones here, but I say, look, to hell with all of that. Okay, that's just going to be too much. Okay, I'm going to show y'all a picture of it on my phone. Okay. So the first stone, and you guys can look them up. We're going to be looking at images. You guys can look them up. All right. And for those of you who are who got my box, for those of you who got the August healing box, you guys are going to get stones. OK, majority of these stones that we're going to mention in the box. So the first stone, the first box. You ready? OK. The first one that we're going to talk about, you guys, is called Mookaite. OK, this is what it looks like. All right, Mookaite is a nurturing and grounding stone that is believed to promote a sense of wholeness, peace, and connection with the earth. Okay, so remember, fall is a time for those grounding energies. So you want to work with those grounding stones that are connected to the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, the earth star chakra. You want to work with stones that are connected to those chakras right there. And this particular stone here, Mookaite, okay, you can get it. It comes in like a yellow or red. Sometimes it comes in like a dark burgundy. So it depends on which part of the stone it is that you get. But for those of you who got the box, you will have one of these included in your box. Okay, I gave you guys some great stones included in that box for the fall energy. All right. So that one is called Mookaite, Mookaite, Mookaite. Okay, very good for helping you to ground, very good for helping you to come into peace, because a lot of us, we pray for things and we hope for things and we wish for things, but if you're not grounded in that energy, okay, that's the part that we're messing up on, is not becoming grounded in that energy. And this is a great stone to help you. Like if you're somebody like, you know what, I want to be, a boss, I want to be a CEO, I want to, be in a higher position. And let's say you've been having trouble getting in that higher position. It's because maybe on an energetic level, you probably are a little nervous. You probably like, oh, will I be successful in that position? You may be a little worried, or something may be causing a little bit of despair. which is making it hard for you to ground in that energy of boss mode, okay? This is a great stone for helping you to feel confident while you're in boss mode. This is a great stone to help you to feel grounded in that, like, okay, I feel it, I'm in it already, therefore, I know it is happening for me. So a lot of us, we have a hard time grounding in the energy of that which we desire, which is why we don't get to experience it, or it becomes delayed. Okay, so the need to ground is going to be very important this fall, you guys. Okay, so grounding your energy, being confident in who you are, regardless if you tall, short, big, small, black, white, blue, purple, if your hair long, straight, short, kinky, you know, whatever. Being confident. If you got rolls, if one of your boobs hang longer than the other, you know, if you got chin hair, if you got whatever, being confident, okay, is going to be very, very, very important coming up this fall. There will be triggering energies that is going to distort our reality, which will then cause us to feel ungrounded. It will cause us to feel unstable, and it will cause us to feel insecure. Okay, so in order for us to combat these energies, we can pull on the energies of these gemstones for assistance. Okay, along with, this is just you doing shadow work. Okay, so along with other things that you can do, these are just some of the things that you can do. Okay, the next one, you guys, is citrine. Okay, let me pull up the picture of it. Citrine, and if you guys notice, I'm giving you a lot of reds, okay, browns, those dark colors. Okay, let me see, what is this? Now, citrine is actually heat-treated amethyst, you guys, okay? Majority of the citrine. They have a natural citrine, which is more of a dark yellowish, dark brownish color, but this is typically what we purchase or see as citrine. Okay, let me put it in the middle. Citrine, it is one of the stones with little or no need for cleansing and recharging because it absorbs and eliminates, okay? It absorbs and eliminates negative energy. It protects its environment and purifies the person who is in contact with it. So you can call on citrine, you guys, this fall to protect your energy, to purify your energy. If you know you work around a lot of low vibrational people, rock you some citrine when you go to work to absorb the low vibrations that you're coming in contact with as you step out into the world. Okay. So that is citrine, you guys. I love working with citrine because a lot of people think when they say citrine is good for abundance, a lot of people think that it's good for like bringing in finances and stuff like that. Abundance is not absorbing low vibrations, okay? That is abundance within itself. Abundance is having a high frequency. That is abundance as well. When you have a high frequency, it will naturally attract things that you normally wouldn't be attracted to or normally wouldn't be attracted to you. So that is also abundance when it comes to, you know, what citrine can bring into you. All right. So that's the second one, you guys. The first one is mookite, Mookaite. The second one is citrine. Okay. The next one, you guys, is red jasper. Okay, let me pull it up. All right, let's pull up a photo of red jasper. Okay, hold on. All right, here is red jasper. Okay. This is what it looks like. Red jasper is a grounding and protective stone, often associated with the root chakra, promoting feelings of security, stability, and vitality. It's known as a warrior stone and believed to offer strength, courage, and endurance. Okay, y'all see that? This stone here will help you with your root chakra, helping you to feel stable and secure. All right, there's a lot of things being pushed, you guys, in the agenda. In our third dimension, there's a lot of fear that they're pushing. Oh, the world is this, the money is this and that. Yes, there are going to be some major changes. There are going to be, you know, some things when it comes to the weather. Okay, there's going to be some things that are going to go down, but what we want to do is we don't want to be afraid of a storm. Okay, we want to, when that storm comes, we're not moved. We're in the energy of gratitude. Okay, we're like, okay, I know this storm is coming to bring about some sort of change. I know when this storm is over and done, that I am going to be refreshed, revitalized, rejuvenated, because this storm is coming to take away what does not serve us as a collective, as a whole. Okay, so when it comes to working with these stones, you guys, this fall, okay, y'all, this hat's a little tight. Hold on. Hey, goddamn, it was fitting fine earlier. I did get a large. Maybe I need to go get it stretched. Because these wigs, I think when I tried it on, I just had my hair. But now that I got this wig on, I'm like, oh, child, this thing feel like a thing on girdle. Like a damn waist cinch around my head. Okay. All right. So, yes, you guys, we have a lot of things that are going to be coming up. There's a lot of changes, okay, that need to be made, right? There's a lot of shifts that are about to happen and take place. And when these shifts happen and take place, it kind of manifests itself in the form of natural disasters or dis-ease or, things of that nature, okay? And as a collective, if one deal with it, we all have to deal with it because this is something all of us are going to have to go through. So, we just want to make sure that we are vibrating towards the best energy. We want to feel stable and secure, even in the midst of chaos, okay? So yes, that stone right there was red jasper, you guys. The next stone, and remember, red jasper is good for the root chakra. Okay, citrine, I would say solar plexus chakra for the citrine. And for the mookaite, that one is also good for either the sacral chakra. It's good if you have the yellow piece, it's good for the solar plexus chakra. And if you have the red piece, that is good for the root chakra. All right, so let me see if I can find like a little piece. Okay, so here's a little piece of red jasper. Okay, that's a little piece of red jasper. All right, mookaite looks like this. Like they look like this. Okay, you see how it has different colors? Like it pulls on the yellow, it pulls on the red. So it depends on which piece. So if you have a piece that's more yellow, okay, then you can use it for your sacral. Okay, I mean your solar plexus. If you have a piece that's more red, you can use that for the root. Okay, if you have more of like a little orange reddish kind of piece, then you can use that one for the sacral chakra and the root chakra. Okay, so look, you see. So it depends, you guys. Look at there. So it depends on what piece it is that you have when you have these stones. You can look at the color of it and you can connect the color to what it is that you're going to, which chakra you want to use it with. Okay. And these are all energies for grounding. Okay. Feeling stable and secure. All right. So let's keep going because I want to get through this part. Hey, Crystal. Hey, y'all. Hey to everyone who's tuned in. Thank you, you guys. All right. Next stone, you guys, we're going to look into is green tourmaline, one of my favorites. Now, green tourmaline, you guys, you got to make sure you buy it from the right place, okay? Don't have nobody selling y'all no boofaloo, okay? Let's see. If I can get a picture, I'm gonna give you a picture of like a raw. Okay, here's a place that has a piece of raw green tourmaline, so y'all can see it. Okay, so this is what it looks like, y'all. All right. Green tourmaline, also known as verdolite, okay, is a stone. Okay, let me go in the middle. Is a stone associated with the heart chakra, promoting compassion, unconditional love, and abundance. It is believed to carry. Come on now, baby. It is believed to carry strong healing energies, fostering emotional balance, patience, and inner strength. All right. So you want to pull on this one. This one is good for the heart chakra, you guys, because like I said, with these energies as they come up during this fall, you guys, it is going to trigger there's a lot of emotional stuff that is going to be coming up. Things from your childhood, things as a collective, okay? With that as a collective energy, with that green tourmaline, you guys, just think about history, okay? History is being erased and rewritten, okay? As we speak. History is being erased the lies, some of the lies and the deception is being erased and it is being rewritten. Okay. That is green tourmaline. As that history is being erased and rewritten, it is triggering us, okay, to have to let go of certain belief systems and certain emotions that we had connected to lies that may have been given unto us by, with the wrong history. All right. The next one, you guys, is carnelian. All right, let's pull up carnelian. Okay. All right. Carnelian. Come on, carnelian. Okay. Carnelian. All right, y'all seen that? Carnelian is linked to various chakras such as the sacral chakra, root chakra, and solar plexus chakras, promoting balance, creativity, and personal power for overall well-being. Okay. So this one can work from the stomach down. Okay. You got the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra that you can use carnelian with. And for those of you who still have your, for those of you who still have a lot of your bracelets from your boxes and stuff like that, y'all, I used to give y'all a lot of these things in your boxes. I used to give y'all a lot of these things, in the box when you order. So some of you might have some of these stones. If you have them, carry them with you. Since we're working with the lower chakras, you want to wear them in the form of a bracelet where you keep your hand, your hand is low. You want to wear them in the form of a ring. You also want to wear them in the form of, put them in your pocket. You know how usually I tell you keep them in your bra. Okay. So this is a carnelian ring right here. So I will put this ring on. Okay. Because I know my hand is going to be down by my waist. So you want to keep these stones near your lower chakras. You can wear them. Maybe you could get some waist beads or something where you can wear them that way. Again, a ring will be sufficient, or you can just take a small piece of the stone, like a pebble of the stone, and just keep it in your pocket throughout the day. Okay. To ground your energies. All right. Next one is yellow aventurine. All right. Let me pull up yellow aventurine. Ooh, doo-doo. Come on, yellow aventurine. Where yellow earth at? I'm trying to get a good stone. I mean, a good photo of it. Okay, this one is good. All right, here's somebody holding it. So this is what yellow aventurine looks like, okay? Yellow aventurine symbolizes warmth, confidence, and personal power, reflecting the energy of the sun, all right? So for those of you who are part of the Patreon family, I just gave y'all a whole video on what we're going to be expecting from the sun in the next 1 year, okay? Things are going down. And, also during this Leo energy, when we talked about the energies for this month, I told you guys exactly what you need to do to work with the sun. This is a great stone that you can work with to pull upon that energies. Like I said, if you have it in the form of a bracelet, a ring, or if you have the actual stone, just place them inside of your pocket, you guys, to bring about these energies, to help you to stay in your personal power as we go through these changes, to help you to ground yourself, to help you to feel confident, because they're going to be pushing out a lot of they're going to be pushing out like a lot of fear. They're going to be pushing out like a lot of instability. They're going to be pushing out like, I'm trying to get this thing fitting right, honey. They're going to be pushing out like a lot of that type of energy to bring about fear and to make us feel unstable so that we can depend on outside energies, okay, in this life or at this time. So yes, you say, hey, cowgirl, hey, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, and giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Y'all, this was supposed to be one of my Texas outfits, y'all. Okay. It was supposed to be one of my Texas outfits. For those of you who watch my vlogs, you will see exactly what my whole Texas experience was, how it went down. Your girl was over there in the H-Town, like, where the horse is at? Where they at? It was like, you one over here looking like a big old stallion, honey. You the damn horse. But I had a good time. I did, y'all. But yes, that's why this was one of the looks that I did not get to wear when I was there. So I'm wearing it now. Okay. And it is kicking my arse, y'all, because like I said, this hat is just like, oh, This hat feels like really, really, really cray. Let me see. Do I pull it down? But yes, anywho, y'all don't let me get distracted on that, okay? So the yellow aventurine, you guys, it is strongly connected to the solar plexus chakra, okay? It helps with self-esteem, it helps with confidence, and it helps you to take charge, okay? So if you're somebody who procrastinates, rock you some yellow aventurine. Put that thing in your pocket, wear it in the form of a bracelet, a ring. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you have it on you, okay? To really help you with your confidence, to really help you with your self-esteem, to really help you to, get out there and make those moves that you need to make, okay? So yes, you guys, rocking yellow aventurine during this upcoming fall is going to be very, very, very important for us, you guys, so that we can, stay in the midst of our natural power while we go through the shakeup that they are going to be doing. Okay. All right. So that is pretty much it. There was others that I just don't feel like going through, y'all. Y'all, I had picture Jasper. Okay. Let me see if I can give y'all a picture Jasper. Okay, where's picture Jasper? Picture Jasper. Okay, it looks like this. And like I say, for those of you who got the box, y'all get all these stones. Okay, great stones for the fall. Picture Jasper, also known as landscape Jasper, is a type of jasper that features unique patterns resembling natural landscapes, which means it looks like a wood. You know what I'm saying? When you look at how, wood and how you concrete and all that stuff, that's what they call it. It is believed to be a grounding stone connecting the wearer to the earth and promoting a sense of stability and harmony. Spiritually, it is associated with finding one's place in the world, accessing inner silence, and recalling past memories. Okay. So if you're somebody who wants to do some sort of a shadow work and you want to do maybe past life, shadow work, or maybe you've forgotten something that you need to know. A lot of y'all need the black walnut bath. Some of these folks that y'all been with, and maybe you forgot, start rocking you a piece of picture Jasper with the hopes of bringing up who it is that you're still connected to that you need to unplug from. Okay. So yes, those are gemstones that you guys can work with for this upcoming fall energy, you guys, to just ground yourself and to feel safe. A lot of us, we live in lack. You know what I'm saying? We live in the energy of, I ain't got it. I wish I had it. Ooh, I wish I can afford that. Listen, okay? You can afford everything that you want. You can have everything that you want. To feel that you can't is the energy of lack. So we want to get rid of that all together, okay? So let's talk a little bit about Feng Shui, you guys, some fall Feng Shui, some things that you guys should do in regards to just rearranging your furniture, you guys, inside of your home to bring about a lot of abundance and stability during this time, because y'all, it's some energies, it's some things out there that's getting ready to go down, okay, where they're going to be pushing agendas. They're going to be pushing a lot of fear in people, causing us to feel like, oh, Lord, the way they did with those folk when the ice came and was just snatching everybody up, and they put this energy out there saying they snatching them, like, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your dog. ICE is coming for them all, y'all. But it's just the way that they was putting fear in people, and promoting that, that agenda that they was putting out there to have everybody like this, So yeah. Hold on. So because fall is a time for a lot of abundance, you guys, fall is a time where we're supposed to reap, okay, what it is that we have sown. You have used winter, spring, and summer to plant so many seeds, okay, to bury and plant so many seeds. And now you want to make sure that you're getting ready to reap. Okay, this is harvest season. All right. So when it comes to fall, okay, we're going to look into some of these things that you can do. Now, first of all, I love to change the colors. I used to do holiday, right, decor. I used to have my Halloween, my Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Hell, I had St. Patrick's Day. I had, oh God, what else did I have? I had just summer. I had 4th of July. Like, I had so many different things. Whatever it was, whatever holiday it was, I had decor in my house where I would decorate my living room, my kitchen, the entryway, and things of that nature. And Easter, okay, I did. But what I did, you guys, for whatever reason, my spirit had me pull back from the holy days. Okay. I pulled back from the holy days and I stopped really, I don't want to say worshiping, I want to say celebrating holidays, which I still do partake, okay, in the stuff. I still partake in the holidays. However, what I did was I started decorating my house and celebrating the seasons. Okay, so now my house is decorated based on summer, winter, spring, or fall. I've fallen into a more natural type of vibration when it comes to the way I decorate my house. So when it comes to fall, you guys, you want to pull out your earthy tones. You want to pull out your deep reds, your greens, your maybe your hunter green, or maybe a nice sage green, depends. Your yellows, your orange, your browns. If you want to introduce a light color, maybe like a nice little soft cream, okay? But you want to, go around and start implementing these energies because you want your house to be connected to the energy that's on the outside. You want your house to be connected and in alignment with nature, not holy days. Whoever still celebrate those holidays and decorate your house, listen, your girl is not talking about y'all. I'm not saying you're wrong, dead wrong, don't do it, stop doing it. That's not what I'm saying, okay? I'm saying I did. But what I'm saying is I've tuned my house into nature and the natural order. Okay. And since I've done that, I have since received a response. Like the way my household, the energy, the vibe is, you guys, to me, it is so much better. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, like I said, you want to introduce some earthy tones into your house. If you have a sofa and you like, girl, my sofa is black and purple, how did it go earthy? Y'all know they have the sofa covers. I think you can go to Amazon. You can get you a sofa cover, honey. I think they probably like $20, $19.99. You could get you a nice little sofa cover because I think being in tune with nature is more important, than girl. You know what I'm saying? So we want to open ourselves up to bring about a little change. Try it out. And if you get a nice brown color, a sofa, I like to get neutrals because I feel like you can decorate them with anything, right? Even when it comes to Halloween, honey, but when you get like a nice brown or taupe, you can use that same cover and you can use different pillows, accent pillows, to bring about. So some of the pillows I would get, I would get the pillows that may have like a pumpkin on it when it comes to fall. I do, still rock with that pumpkin energy because pumpkins are grown from the earth, So I bring about a lot of pumpkin. I bring a lot of like, squash, things of that nature. I bring a lot of like cinnamon sticks, having a nice bowl on your table, a nice big center bowl full of like cinnamon sticks and, apples and pine cones. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all have seen it. You could go to Hobby Lobby. You could go to Walmart. They already come in a bag full of everything you need. All you got to do is take and just bring that earth element into the home to bring about this fall energy. What I found is when you are in alignment with nature, with what's natural, okay, you get a different response, y'all. Meaning, let me give you an example. And this is just an example. Don't be saying, Siren, I did it and it didn't work for me. I'm just telling y'all. Okay. Because there are other factors that play when it comes to shifting energy. Now, I'm going to give y'all an example. Household out of order got a cute, bad orange and yellow and purple and green living room set. Because I bought that like 4 years ago from Rooms Ago when they had a sale time. This thing was just sitting there. It was cute. It was fine. I was like, yes, this is it. So I went and bought it and put it in the house. And this is just an example. And as I got deeper and deeper into my spiritual journey and into energy and more sensitive to energy, I noticed things like, dang, it's certain times that my bills get behind. Why is it that winter, my bills get behind a lot? I don't never pay my bills late, but I end up missing 2 bills, had a late fee. I'm having unexpected stuff go on. Now I done popped a tire, gotta fix that. The washing machine done went out, gotta fix that. The ceiling fan done blew a light. I gotta replace the lights. The doorknob don't want to turn right. I gotta what is happening in my house? You got to go in and you're going to have to fine tune that house. Your house is out of alignment with nature. And this is what happens. This is why we experience tornadoes and tsunamis and storms and stuff like that. Because when things are out of alignment, when the energy is off, okay, because outside it's like giving fall energy, pumpkins and corn. But on the inside, it's giving like, disco fever. So I learned when I started to, even when it came to like Christmas, right? Putting up a lot of Christmas decor, partaking in Christmas festivities and things of that nature. I wasn't happy putting it. Y'all, I had some bad Christmas stuff too. Let me tell y'all something. I went and took all that stuff to Goodwill, honey. A lot of it was brand new. I had just got a Christmas tree. Child, that thing was like $900 something regular price. I had got it on sale after Christmas one year, and I had it sitting in my garage. And when we had the flood, it got damaged and everything, wet and all that stuff. And I wasn't finna, keep that. But anywho, yeah. So, I had some good stuff, honey. I had some wreaths that I had made myself. Like I went and got a good, big, expensive, like $500 wreath, y'all. Y'all know I had got on sale from Home Depot. That thing was about $45. But originally it was like $4.99, honey. So anywho, I was getting some good sale stuff and I had some good things, right? And I just took all of it. My spirit say, get rid of all, okay, holiday decor. And the things that I have now, which for those of you who watch my vlogs, I'm going to show y'all what my decor is. So I'm going to go through my little boxes as I'm, getting ready to box everything up. But I'm going to show y'all some of the things that I have as far as my decor, right? It has changed tremendously. It moved from like, like I say, holiday to now it's seasonal. So you guys, you want to introduce deep browns, rich oranges, okay, warm yellows. Get you a nice bowl of like maybe some yellow apples and some red apples and some green apples, honey. They don't got to be real. You can go to Hobby Lobby. I'm telling y'all, they got it right over there. They're like $1 some each, maybe $3 each, y'all. But anywho, go get you a nice bowl of, and it don't have to be real fruit. You can bring about real fruit if you want, okay? But you can get you some fake fruit just for the decor, right? Get you a nice bowl, get you a beautiful centerpiece, put you some apples in there, and put you some pine cones on the outskirt, like blended in it, with some cinnamon sticks sticking up in there. I'm telling you, y'all sitting up here thinking y'all got to read the Bible to get to God. Yes, but I'm telling you straight up, you bring nature in your house, baby. Them bills go to getting paid. All of a sudden, you in there eating steak every night. I'm telling you, it shifts the frequency. It changes the frequency. You are now one with nature. You are now connected to a higher power, a higher frequency. I'm telling y'all, I think this is so strong. I think it'll run rats and roaches out the door. I ain't gonna lie. I think a rat or a roach would be like, hold up, what's going on? It's just like raid. No, they're going to be saying nature. I'm telling you. So you want to introduce these colors, you guys, okay? Bringing that into the atmosphere and, bringing about a nice little decor. Y'all don't have to go all out because I'm going to tell you something. Dollar Tree got some good stuff too, honey. The little towels that you can put on your little stove in your kitchen and all that stuff, the little hand thing. Child, now Dollar Tree, I don't know what the hell. They be tripping, child. Dollar Tree up in there like Walmart, child, with the prices. I ain't going to lie. I'm like, look, Dollar Tree, I ain't got no business coming up in here spending no $119. What the going on? I ain't gonna lie, I went to Dollar Tree not too long ago, and my total came to $100. I said, wait. So yeah, it could be a little, but y'all know how to find great deals. If you know how to shop, I've told y'all, okay, how to shop, right? And like I said, y'all, for those of you who are who sign into my vlogging channel, I tell you guys about where I go find great deals and all of that stuff too. So yes, all right. So now you want to bring about your decor. So now you got your color scheme, okay? Browns, yellows, orange, reds, greens, okay? Maybe a little cream if you want to bring that little, lighter color up in there. Now you want to look at, the decor. So we're going to look at like what they call it, the horn of plenty. Y'all know what that is, okay? You want to have one of these in your house, whether it's in a picture. Okay, I don't care if it's just a picture. Listen, ever since I put this in my house, I'm telling, listen, I wouldn't lie to y'all, okay? And I actually have, You can get a picture of one. You can build one. You could go to like I said, some of these stores and y'all know what it look like. Okay, let me give y'all. Oh, let me give y'all like a real looking picture of one. Okay, it's the cornucopia. Okay, this right here. Listen, put that in your kitchen. Y'all see that? See all the little things you got, little fruit. Y'all see that, right? In that little basket right there. Look, put that thing in your kitchen. Now, listen, before you fill it up, this is what I like to do. I like to take like a little piece of paper and I write down like my affirmation for fall, right? And I fold it up and then I stuck that inside of the little basket part. And then I stuff all of those things inside of there, right? And just let that energy sit over there. And like I said, you want to keep your area clean during this time. Okay. You want to, wipe it down and things of that nature. All right. Keeping it clean, y'all, is going to be very, very, very important. Right. And just pay attention to your energy. Pay attention to how, your household is, how it feels, how it's run and things of that nature. You want to focus on like the horn of plenty or the cornucopia, same thing. Okay. Pumpkins. Okay. Corn. Right? A little foliage, okay, a little greenery. Y'all can go and get that little fake greenery from Dollar Tree or anywhere. Put a little bit of that, up and through. If you want, you can incorporate, a nice little plant to bring about some live energy. Now, one of the plants that I like to bring in, you guys, is called the snake plant. Okay, let me show y'all. This plant right here is very good for purifying the energy in any area that you put it in. So I love the snake plant because, you can put it by your front door on the inside. You can put it in your kitchen. You can put it in your room. It's hard to find them sometimes when you go into like, y'all have seen them before. It's hard to find them. And I'd be like, dang, like where they, where they at? Like, good evening. Okay, let me see. Oh, child, look at Betty. All right, so here is one. This is one right here. You see that? That's the snake plant. It's not the most beautiful looking plant, you guys, but that right there is powerful. Put one of these, even if you have it in your bedroom, you know what I'm saying, to purify the energy. Low vibrations do not like this plant, okay? So you can put it next to a sofa, you can put it in a corner to purify energy that come through. You can put it near a window, however. You want to, wherever you want to put it, but try to get like a snake plant if you can. Okay. So anything that brings about that harvest energy, you guys, apples, okay. Cinnamon. All right. Like I said, you could just get a bowl of cinnamon sticks, right? And you could put that inside of your home. Like I said, a nice bowl of apples, pumpkins. Okay. You can put a pumpkin by your front door. Right? Or you can get decor that has pumpkins on it. And you can put that throughout, you guys. However, you can get you some, some orange pumpkin candles, or you can go to Bath and Body Works, which I don't really like those candles, but they do somehow have a great scent. Now, what I did like, listen, because y'all know I don't really do them Bath and Body Works candles because, it just have a lot of toxic energies because they use a lot of fragrance, okay, which is unnatural. It is just a very unnatural scent to use, which it can be rather toxic, okay, and it can do more harm than good when y'all lighting them candles inside of your home. Let me tell you what you do. Listen. You take your little arse right on over to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Ross, and you go in that candle section, baby. A lot of those candles use essential oils to scent the candles, okay? So if you can find a good pumpkin, which pumpkin is not really like a natural, I think, essential oil that they may have, but they'll have things like a latte or, what I'm saying, close to that type of scent, you guys, where it'll say made with natural essential oils or things of that nature. You want to try candles that are made from the most natural things. And then also, I like that those candles, when you get them from TJ Maxx and Ross and stuff, they have a better wax, okay? Bath and Body Works, the candles, it's the wax that are in those candles that may not be of the best. Nothing against them. I love that store. Okay. And I do love their candles. I'm just very cautious about, the fragrance, okay, and the toxic things that are inside of those candles. Because when you light one of them candles, them things light your whole house up. But what I noticed is when I was lighting them, I would start to feel dizzy. Like when I would walk, I remember I would light one in my house, and when I walk in and I smell that scent for maybe like a few minutes too long, honey, I start to feel dizzy, and I get like fuzzy brained. I'm like, what is that? And that's when I read about it could possibly, not saying that it could have possibly been to some of the things inside of that candle that are toxic for me. Okay. So yeah, you want to go to, what I found is those TJ Maxx and Marshalls, they have candles that are, if you buy them elsewhere, they'll be $20, $30, $40 for one candle. And they have them for great prices up in there. And like I say, they are made with a lot of them are made with a natural wax, okay? A very safe wax, you guys. And also with natural and essential oils, okay? So yes, bringing about that, I used to I got this scent right here from Bath and Body Works, and this one is called Book Loft. Okay, they also have another one called Vinyl. Okay, y'all. When I say I'm so obsessed with these, okay, Book Loft and Vinyl, it's called Vinyl Memory or something like that. Ooch. I love it. Okay. But like I said, when I spray it, I got to turn the fan on. I can't just spray it and just sit in that room. I have to spray just a little bit and turn the fan on because it just be too strong, too much. And there's something in it that just, like I say, just give me that little slight headache or something. So yeah. All right. So introducing those traditional fall decor, you guys. All right. You want symbols of apples, pine cones, okay? When you want to bring in or introduce peace, this is why you're going to bring in the apples. Apples are also good for good health, okay? Whether it is mental health, whether it is physical health. Apples, keeping apples around and or consuming apples can contribute towards, apples have a lot of healing properties, but you want to find apples that has seeds in them. I ain't talking about no seedless apples. I'm talking about actual apples. Now is a great time to drink real apple juice. Real apple juice is cloudy. It is not see-through and clear. That is an apple juice that has been processed, okay? And they actually use fish, okay? Nets, okay, it's the insides of fish. I forget what part it is to strain the apple. Okay, they run it through to get the color to be clear. When you're drinking an all natural apple juice, it should be a very cloudy color. Okay, that's when you know it's 100% apple juice. So try to drink you some apple juice during this fall time, you guys, for harvest. It's nothing like getting up and warming up some apple juice, you guys, and having that as a morning tea. It tastes just like tea when you warm it up. Add you a little cinnamon in it, honey, and that could be your abundance, okay, for the day. Taking that energy in with the intent of healing yourself. This is why I would prefer a natural apple juice with a little cinnamon stick over like some tea, okay? Because that apple juice is good for healing, right? So we want to take in that all natural apple juice, right? Apple juice is also good for longevity, okay? Bringing about long life. When you want success, you want longevity in your success, you want to introduce some apples, okay? Or eat an apple, hold the apple in your hand and, really ask for longevity in some area in your life, you guys, and consume that apple with the intent of taking in that longevity, right? What else we want to look at? Pine cones, okay? Pine cones are also good for longevity as well. Having pine cones around with the energy of holding on to your finances, holding on to your health, it brings about an energy of like stabilization, okay? It stabilizes the energy. This is why when we do have that Christmas, okay, energy, we bring in those pine trees in the house because it represents that energy of longevity and stabilization and security and things of that nature. So as you bring those pine cones, so when you make your little bowl, okay, you're going to bring in that apple for peace, okay, for good health. You're going to introduce those pine cones for longevity, for stability, okay, for security. You can place pine cones all up and through your house. It's nothing like having like a little night table, you know, I mean, or on your end tables. You know what I'm saying? Have like a little candle with a little pine cone next to it, you know, like really make it cute and make it look real nice and, you know, seductive and stuff, and just really bringing about nature inside of your home, bringing God in your house, okay? And these are just things, like I say, that I like to do. I like to partake in to, you know, feel a lot better, okay? When you want protection from negativity, you want to introduce pumpkins. Okay. I like to get those little small pumpkins that Publix got, them little hard ones and stuff like that, because I find that they don't rot. Now, one time I brought a pumpkin in my house, a real big old pumpkin, honey, and that thing was so soft at the bottom and it kind of like rotted. So I had to toss it and get another one, you know. So I like to get those little smaller ones if you want real pumpkins, okay, that they have, because those tend to last the entire time, or the entire season, and I don't have to replace them. So you want to bring in either a picture of pumpkins. Like I say, you can bring in scented pumpkin candles. You guys, you can bring in a pumpkin pie. I don't know, you know. But anyway, you can introduce pumpkins. You can bring that in, excuse me, to protect you from negativity and things of that nature. And you can bring in mums. Okay, mums represent wealth. Let me show y'all mums. Okay, hold on, y'all. Lord Jesus. Y'all didn't let old Siren get the okay. Let me get a photo. You can pick these up probably from let me go to image. Probably from y'all have seen them before. From maybe what I want to say, Home Depot, Lowe's. They come in different color, different colors. So that's what they look like. Mums, chrysanthemums is the long name for it. You guys, these can bring in a lot of wealth. Okay. Pumpkins bring in wealth as well. Y'all hold up, my neck is feeling a little tight. Mums can bring in, chrysanthemums are good for wealth, okay? And it can also enhance the positive energies inside of your home, okay? So, you know, when you are decorating your house and when you are preparing for the fall energy, you want to make sure that your intention is surrounded for like reflection, you know, reorganizing your life, okay? Slowing things down, you guys, okay? Clearing out the old, ready to bring in the new, getting rid of any worn out clothing, anything that no longer serves you, anything that, you know, you don't use or you haven't used, anything that's broken. I always tell you guys, don't keep anything broken. If it's broken, if you haven't gotten it fixed, get rid of it, okay? So yes. That's that. Anybody have any questions, y'all? So we talked about the fall feng shui, okay? Just a little bit, you guys. Gemstones for the fall, and now we are going to get the message, okay? We're gonna look and get the message, y'all. We've been going for a little minute, honey. Ooch. Y'all ain't telling me to speed up or nothing. All right, so let's go ahead and get the message, you guys. Hot Mess City cards I have, hunty. Let's get this message as we prepare for fall. Make sure you guys, y'all can do this with what it is that you're wearing as well, okay? With your clothes, you can pull upon those fall energies. All right. Pull upon those fall energies with your clothing. Okay, let me see. Hold on. All right. Let me see what the message is, y'all. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Shay say, hey ladies. Shay say hi to everyone. Hey y'all. Let's look at the message. Let's see. All right. So it's exactly what we've said. You guys, there's a lot of chaos coming up. Okay. A lot of chaos coming up because there's things that have got to change. Chaos does not mean deceptive. It's just in order for something to change. Hey, Lindsay. Lindsay in the building. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, y'all. In order for things for us to see a change, we're going to get chaos. Chaos is just a digging up of what no longer needs to be there so that what needs to be there can come about. Okay. And we want to be in peace despite the chaos. Okay. So that's a need for us to create this safe space. This is what the universe is asking us to create, that safe space, that comfortable solitude. Make your house a safe space. Okay. Because as we go through all of this artificial stuff on the outside is planted with everything that is out of alignment with nature. Nature will tell itself with the trees the way they grow. It will tell itself with the plants that you see. It will tell itself with the color, of the plants. You know what season we in. You can look at the trees and look at the plants and look at the flowers that's growing, and you can say, "Oh, we in summer, winter, spring, or fall." But if you look according to the calendar be like, "No, we in spring." Okay, hell, we already know April Fool's mean it's the beginning of the year. April Fool, we were just playing with y'all. For those of you who know, okay, stay in tune with nature, y'all. Because there's a lot of filtering going on. There's a lot of filtering going on with movies, with social media. Also, when it comes to what we live in, I want y'all to look at these neighborhoods and look at all of these houses being built, these smart homes, the black and white ones. A gilded prison is what it looks like. Okay. There's a lot of photoshopping, there's a lot of manipulation of the outer world. But when you are in tune with nature, when you are in tune with the reality, you guys, you will be unbothered by the chaos because they're going to Photoshop chaos on the outside with different news stories. Okay. They can tell you on the news right now, "Oh my God, it's burning over there." You're not there, so you don't know. Oh, it could be going anywhere next. We don't know where it's going. Just be on the lookout. Stay in your homes. Okay. It's almost like chaos is being photoshopped into the reality. And why chaos is being photoshopped, you won't be at home like this. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's how you're going to be at home while all of the alleged chaos is going on around you. So you want to bring these natural energies, vibes, frequencies inside of you. Okay? A lot of you, there are going to be unexpected, sudden, rapid breakthroughs that are scheduled to happen. This is why they're getting ready to Photoshop chaos because they want people to vibrate low so that you don't vibrate towards things that are scheduled to happen for you. They are going to create a reality of you probably about to get put out. You about to lose your job. What? You about to lose your job. They're going to create. So I don't care if you get news tomorrow that the company you work for is going out of business, right? You need to stay in tune with nature. Nature says you're going to always be okay. Okay. Even though we have tsunamis, do the ocean feel threatened? Do you think the ocean is worried? Like, "Oh my God, I'm going to, go back and I'm going to go on to the, earth and stuff like." Do you think the ocean is threatened? Do you think that the wind is threatened when we have storms? Why is it that nature is so comfortable with chaos? Whether the ocean is riding waves and flowing or whether it's in a big old tsunami, the ocean is not bothered. because it understands the natural state, the process, the wind, whether it is blowing softly through, the plants and the flowers as they sway back and forth, or whether it's a big old storm picking up houses of people. Nature is comfortable in chaos and order. So when you have your storm, your money is funny, okay? Your reality is all over the place. You're getting bad news after bad news after bad news. You have to become nature at that point. You have to know that you are nature. You okay. You thrive in every aspect. Do you think the wind is so scared it's not going to brew up a tornado? Oh my God, I don't want to do it because the tornado was bad. Oh my God. Wind is like, where are we going? What city? What state? Okay. Where we going? We tearing up houses? We gonna be throwing cars and slinging stuff? Okay, all right, we gonna do a big one this time. Okay, do you think nature is over there confused or afraid when it has got to go through chaos? In order for us to have order, we must go through chaos. It's the natural process. It's just like the ABCs. In order to get to D, you gotta start with A. And you got to feel comfortable that we're no longer in A, we're now in D. Okay? You guys need to learn how to master your storm because your storm is going to come. And you can sit over there and be like this all you want to. It's coming. And it's going to keep coming until you learn that it is actually a process and a part of who you are. You know how it is in school? You have to repeat a grade constantly until you get it right. You are going to have to repeat your storm over and over and over again until you get it right. So while you have your storm, you're going to get to the point where you become unbothered. Everybody else out there, flying around, you looking out the window, child, your neighbor done flew by, they car done flew by, they dog done flew by. Hell, now there go their house. And you just sitting in your house like this, ooh, child, with your warm glass of apple juice and your cinnamon stick, like, ooh. That's how you got to be, you guys, okay? Don't feel threatened by the route to success because the route to success is very uncomfortable. Sometimes before the universe rewards you, it will deplete you because even the reward that you praying for, the lifestyle that you begging and asking for, you got to earn it. It's not going to be given to you. Everything is earned. And that lifestyle requires having faith. It requires having trust. It requires you believing and staying true to that. So before the universe rewards you with it, it's going to test you before it bless you. And some of us, we have to learn how to sit in a blessing, okay? Sit in a blessing. I don't care how big or how small. I went out there the other day, I found a quarter. I was grateful. I'm like, hell, I usually find a penny. I was so happy. I said, oh, child, I found a quarter? I felt blessed, right? I came home and I put that quarter in my little abundance jar with gratitude. And you know what? To this day, I still be like, oh, yes, I hope I find another quarter. Yes, I'm grateful. And you guys, you have to sit in that. You got to sit in that long enough to make it grow because that was a seed. That was a seed just like you, right? I'm going to tell you guys a message that I got the other day. Because what I want you, when you tune into nature, when you tune into who you really are, you become unstoppable. Because they are going to dig grave after grave after grave just for you. They going with your health. They going with your family. They going with your mental health. They going with your love life. They gonna mess with every aspect. They gonna dig grave after grave after grave. They gonna kill you over and over and over and over again. But you know what the universe said to me? You know they done fucked up, right? You know they done fucked up, right? Because see, I got to the point where I realized I'm just a seed. I am a seed full of potential. The only way for you to see who I truly am is to bury me. So every grave you dig for me, I'm just going to grow from it. Every time you bury me, every time you throw dirt on top of me, I'm going to grow into something else big and beautiful. You are a seed. You thrive in chaos. That's the best way for you to win. Your storm is really your blessing, but they got you thinking that, oh, that job is your blessing. They got you thinking, oh, that new car is your blessing. No, that's just something they given to you to keep you from going through those storms. Because those storms are only going to sharpen you up to who you really are. It's going to show you how tough you really are. It's going to show you that you never lose. It's going to show you that you always win. It's going to show you that no matter what they do, all you do is win, no matter what. So every grave that they got waiting on you, they're trying to figure out how did she survive? We buried this and she done grew up into a whole this. We done buried her again and she grew up into a whole that. What is happening? Every spell they put upon you, every black magic ritual they sent your way, every agent they sent to watch you, every tombstone they put up with your name on it, and guess what? You still arrived. You're still here. You're still thriving. You may not have millions of dollars. You may not have the car you want. You may not have the lifestyle that you think you're supposed to have. But guess what? You got the one thing that they can't take away from you, and that is your breath to keep going. That's when they know they win. When you no longer... That's how you know I'm still capable of going. I have not been stopped. I am still here. I still have tomorrow. I still have right now. I still have hope in my heart. I still have air in my lungs. They cannot stop you. They can slow you down, okay? They can distract you. They can detour you. But hell, I love taking the scenic route. I don't care to get there fast. You never know what you're going to find on the scenic route. So you guys are going to have to make sure that you understand this, right? Y'all go with the flow. When you think you losing, you're actually winning. They're going to Photoshop your reality to make you think you're losing. Okay? Some of you really are going to have to focus on some inner child, okay? Healing some of those inner child wounds, because these are the wounds that they're going to be attacking. Remember, they can attack you based off of your wounds, based off of your low frequencies, things that has not been healed, okay? So a lot of you may experience stomach issues at this time, or you may have been experiencing stomach issues. This is why I tell you they tend to do certain things to the food, because the first thing the food was going to go in our mouth and what settled down in the stomach, right? So this is why the food could have possibly been tainted, okay? Because it is going to help to lower that, inner child area. That's where we get that gut feeling. That's where we get that creative energy. That's what when you get that Holy Ghost, it come from that stomach and build up in you, So of course, that's where the inner child sits, right up in that area. It helps us to feel, confident. It helps us to, come up with great ideas. It helps us to put together our outfits of the day. It helps us to put together our makeup look. And, it helps us to pick out the type of car we want, things of that nature. So the need to heal this inner child, okay, so that we can restore the playfulness, so that we can restore the motivation, so that we can restore the inspiration. Y'all, we've lost that. We don't feel motivated anymore. Hell, if you ask somebody, oh, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? You be like, but you see me in 5 years? Oh damn. Well, I didn't really think about that. I mean, I'm only going up until about next week. That's how we are. Before people be like, oh, well, 5 years from now, I can see myself in an executive. I'm hoping to have paid off this and da, 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 da. I want to be out of debt. We don't think that far no more. We're just like, child, I ain't worry about 5 years. I'm worrying about a day and tomorrow, child. I get to 5 years when I get the motivation is gone. The inner child has been, blocked out. Okay. So a lot of inner child healing, dealing with those inner child wounds. We're going to do a seminar, you guys. Okay, we're going to do an online seminar on how to address these inner child wounds and things that we can do to. And these are just general day-to-day practices that you can do to work with the inner child, heal the inner child, recognize inner child wounds. Because a lot of us, we don't even recognize that we have an inner child wounds. And these, once you address these, you guys, during this fall energy, this is the best time to address inner child wounds. Okay. Because if you notice during the fall time, you guys, during this time, this is when we eat the most. Okay. You notice that Christmas and all of that stuff. Christmas actually takes us into winter, but it's the end of fall. Thanksgiving is during fall. Christmas is during fall. Halloween, where we eat a lot of candy, is during fall. Things of that nature. This is around the time that we make heartier, healthier meals because it tends to get a little cold. So we tend to shove more food down our throat, a lot of comfort foods, pies and stuff like that. That is to slow down the inner child. Okay. So in order for us to bounce back, you guys, there is a need for a lot of inner child healing. Okay. Letting go of a lot of things that are too, okay, let me see. How do I want to say this? Some of us have high hopes. Okay. You're going to have to recognize your high hopes and recognizing what's too good to be true. Now, it don't mean that, oh, that's too much for you or that's too high for you. It means that society have painted that to be something that is not, hence, or things like owning a house. A lot of us, that's our goal, but owning a house is really sugar coated. Okay. There's a lot of things about owning a home that if you can purchase a house, okay. But like getting a mortgage, that part is what I'm talking about. There are a lot of things connected to that may not be for our, in our best interest, getting you more and more into debt, hidden fees and, hidden verbiage inside of contracts and stuff where, they go up on your mortgage here. Next, you lose your house. So there's a lot of things that are sugar coated that, we're hoping for. Things that we want, things that we believe because we were programmed to believe that, hey, this is the American way. So recognizing those things as we heal the inner child, a lot of these things we're going to be like, you know what? When we used to think about, okay, one of them could be, oh God, y'all, I can't wait to take this thing on head off. But I know I'm pretty sure I have hat hair with this right now. So anywho, yeah, so one of the things you guys could be like college, right? I was told when I was younger, if you want to make good money, you need to go to college and get a degree. And I said, I want to make 100,000. Back in the 80s, $100,000 was like a millionaire status, right? I want to make good money. So they're like, oh, well, you want to be a doctor or you want to be a lawyer and this and that. And I'm like, yeah. That's the inner child. Yeah. So they programmed me. They say, well, you're going to have to go to school and you're going to have to go to college and you're going to have to go to med school and you're going to have to become a doctor and this and that. So I'm thinking like they telling me like 17 to 20 years of school. You know what I'm saying? And in order for you to make $100,000, you're going to have to be a doctor, So I'm like, oh, okay. So my inner child believed that my dream could not be recognized because I don't have a degree. I'm not going to make that type of money. I don't have a degree. Who's going to pay me $100,000 and I don't have a degree? Spiritual candies. Okay. Hide on the spot. There you go. So a lot of you, there's something that you believe that's sugar coated. And that's what you're going to have to let go. I had to let go of the belief that I had to go to college for 17 years to heal people. And make, decent money doing it. You see what I'm saying? Start with that, you guys. There's something that you want. There's a lifestyle that you want. There's something that you want, but a belief system is hindering you from getting it. Because a lot of you think that, oh, in order for me to get this or get that, I have to do this. I have to do that. Y'all, listen. I tell a lot of people right now, who you work for? I work for God. Every time I go live, I'm working for God. I'm working for the universe. I'm working for the collective. Every time I hit that live button, boop, I done clocked in. Okay? Boop, I done clocked in. So you guys need to see what it is that is in your path, what it is that is in your purpose, you guys, and you're going to have to let go of some belief systems that are not serving you. Okay? So that is the message. Let's go ahead and get the numerology. Okay? Let's go ahead and get the numerology, y'all. Let's see what it is that's going on, and then we can get on up out of here. Okay, I can put on me a good little movie. Patreon, I'm going to be giving y'all a list of movies that y'all can watch, okay? That y'all should watch, okay? These movies are definitely mind-blowing, and they are activating the hell out of your girl, okay? Oh, my God. I don't even know. Like, I don't even dream on Earth anymore, y'all. I don't. All right, so let's see what the numerology is. Okay. First one come up. Ooh, this is good. This is 413. Okay. It says synergy. You see standing together. It says a support network and community growth. So this is definitely for all of us, you guys. This synergy, but this is about coming together, like I said, with nature. You know, if you want to partner with anybody or anything, you definitely want to connect yourself and partner with nature. So perhaps you may see this number, or you can write this number down and carry it on you to connect one with nature. Remember, I told you guys, when you put that cornucopia together, or when you put that bowl together, that decor, you can put the number 413 inside of it, write it down on a piece of paper, and bring that synergy, you know, into that area, you guys. Now, the next number, look at this. Look at this, y'all. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I've learned, okay? Because I remember back in like early 2000s, and, you know, when I first started really tapping into doing spiritual work, right? Or looking up spiritual things and things of that nature. And I remember I, you know, researched a lot of Illuminati videos and things of that nature. That's all was coming up, was all of this stuff showing symbolism and showing this. And, oh, this number right here, 666 came up, 666 came up, 66. Oh, it's this, it's the mark of the beast, it's 6 carbons, it's 6 apples, 6 on. It was all type of stuff that came up, okay? When siren, okay, when I see this number, and I'm so glad it came up with 413 about this support, about standing together. 666, you guys, is a number of assistance. Okay, remember I tell you guys, you want to align yourself with people who vibrate to the same energy or higher so that they don't pull off of you. 666 is a number of assistance from the universe, meaning you have support because you're in alignment. You're in a frequency of support from God, from the universe, from nature. They don't want you getting that support. So when you see this number, they want you to be afraid. They want you to stay away from that frequency right there, because that frequency means no matter what they doing, you're getting outside help from the universe, from nature, from synchronizations, from dreams, okay, from serendipity, all right, from deja vu, whatever. You're getting assistance from the universe. They don't want you in this energy. They don't want you in this frequency. This frequency right here says, hey, it's time to move. And you like, okay, my spirit is telling me I need to move, but I don't have the money. I don't get the mindset. When you start seeing this, paid. It's already covered. There's nothing you need to do. This is already covered. A lot of people who I work with, you know, and they say, well, Siren, I would like to experience this, or I would like to experience that, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Baby, listen, when I say covered, it's already paid for. All you have to do is take the necessary action, make the move, trust the process. Okay? I started seeing this right before I resigned. When I resigned, I'm like, Lord, Spirit told me to resign from the workforce, and I did. And I'm like, I don't know how my bills are going to get paid. Y'all, I started getting checks in the mail, insurance companies sending a $500 check, a 1,200. I'm like, what? Where is it? Why? Hello? Y'all sent a check. Should I cash it? Oh, yeah, that was a visit that you made back in 2001. What? I surely went and cashed them, every last one of them, y'all. I started getting all type of just supernatural, what I call supernatural blessings that were coming about. When it was time for me to move, when I made the move from Georgia, from Florida to Georgia, y'all, that move cost me $15,000. I'm telling you, to pay. Like, I didn't know how I was gonna make that move. But not only when we got the house because it was available in, like, I think May or June, but we had to wait for the kids to get out of school. So of course we had to wait for the kids to get out of school in order for us to move into the house from, Florida to Georgia. Y'all, we got the house in May. The house was just sitting up here waiting on us. The house was paid for 3 months because I think we moved in July or August. I think we moved in July. We moved in July, at the end of July. The house was just sitting up here waiting on us. The bill was paid every month. The rent was paid. Boom, boom. Y'all, don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. But when this number right here shows up, you are receiving an assistance. You are receiving some sort of help. 6, you guys. Okay, so let's go through numerology really quick before we get out of here. So you have 1, which is a spark. It's like when you light the match. Okay. And you haven't set the fire yet. So you lit the match. Now you have to take the fire and you have to put it to something, right? Now you have to burn it, right? It all starts with the small flick. So you have the number 1, which is the initiatory part. It's the initiation. Okay. It's the start. Okay. An idea. Aha. Right. Then you have the number 2. 2 is where you're kind of like taking action. Okay. 2 is where you're taking steps to manifest that idea. Now you have the idea. Now you're going to start taking steps towards manifesting it, right? Then you have the number 3. 3 is where things start to, you start to meet people in that community, right? Now you're starting to network. So now you're getting outside people to come help to build this. You're starting to work with others to make this grow. And once you work with others, because it's not going to be just you that makes this grow. It's going to be a community of people that's going to put forth the energy towards making this grow. And then you have the number 4, where now the foundation is laid. Okay, because you had the idea, you took the steps, you network with all the right people, and now you have that foundation that is laid. So now that the foundation is laid, you're no longer going out, right? Now is where number 5 comes in, because now you're going to build up. Okay, you've already laid the foundation. Now 5 comes in, and now it's where you build up. Once you get to number 5, where you're starting to bring about that change, you're changing direction. You're not going out, you're going up now. 6 comes in as a supportive energy to assist you. Now 6 is going to send just random customers to your business. It's going to send the right employees to your business. Okay, which then ends you to number 7, which is the contracts, which is the connections, which is the partnerships. Okay, so 6 is a very helpful energy. When you start to see the number 6, it means help is on the way. Help has arrived. Assistance is available to you. It's taken care of. The bill is paid. Okay. So this energy right here is standing together, you guys. You with nature, you one with the source. Okay. And it's going to help you back. It's going to provide what it is that you need. It's going to assist your frequency to get what it is that you want and desire, you guys. Okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning into your girl Siren over here on the Siren Speak Show. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.